So this is what we're going to use today. We have 4 boxes of Jeweltone C7 bulbs for our Christmas tree. And we have a Tru-Tone tree top that we're going to use. So we'll show how we put this on the top. This is the stamped stainless steel. This is pretty cool. This is the new version, has the nice rubber around the bottom, and we're going to use, I know kind of a weird color, but teal for our star because teal is my favorite color. I'm missing one bulb, but that is the plan for today. So let's go get started on our tree. This is going to take a little bit more work than just throwing light bulbs up on the tree. We have to install all of our bulbs. We have 100 C7 bulbs that we are going to put into 4 strands of Tru-Tone standard Christmas light string. So they have the 2-pronged end, and it has this cool little sticker right here that says designed by Tru-Tone, 20-watt bulbs max each socket. So we won't get anywhere near that because these are LED. So everything we're going to do is LED to make this vintage style Christmas tree. But now we have to put in 100 light bulbs. So this is going to take a little bit of time right now. So I'll do this and I'll come back to you when we are done. That's 1 done. Now we've got 3 more. So this is really cool. This is a C7 bulb that is clear, and this is glass. So I have to be careful because of the glass, but it has 2 diodes inside to make it look like vintage filaments on an old incandescent Christmas bulb. So let's keep putting them together. It would definitely be faster if you just used pre-made lights. But half the fun for me is putting these together. So I actually enjoy this. We'll keep working. Time to put lights on the tree. I made a little jumper cable just to get wire from the outlet to the bottom of the tree. I did test all the lights, they all worked. One of them didn't work right away, but I gave it a little flick and it came on, so it must have just been loose. But let's get started. We have a 7.5 or 7 foot tree, and we're gonna put 100 Tru-Tone Jeweltone C7 lights on this tree. So let's go get started. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to take apart our tree. This is actually a tree from Balsam Hill, and it comes apart. I do kind of like having a fake tree, so this will be how I put lights on the tree. So we're going to plug in our lights right here, if I can find it. Right there, so they're very bright. And what I like to do is I like to weave my lights in and out. So we're gonna start there, and I start in and out and in and out, kind of get all the little spots. It helps the tree get a lot more depth of color or of light when it's on. And I have 4 sections. So some of it, there's another section under here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to lift this up to make sure we get light everywhere. See, then that's underneath. So we will actually come back, put this up like this, so we get light under there. Started a little too fast, there we go. And now all of the little nooks and crannies will have light under here for us. So I'm going to put this one up right here, put some light down in there. All right, section 2. I made a little mistake, I did the other section wrong. There, that looks better. So now I have my second lights to go on. There's a little bit of a gap right there, so I kind of just close it up where the 2 wires connect. And I'll throw it in there. And what I'm gonna do is lift this up so I get lights in there. I really like to go in and out, helps add depth. My mom taught me that. So thanks, Mom. And there we go. I don't think that I need more lights. I have 100 put it up to make sure I get all the lights in there, because these are really big bulbs. If I was using smaller bulbs, you know, like mini LED, which I don't really like LED on trees because I think they flicker too much, or just mini incandescents, I might have to use more because they're a little bit smaller. But because these are big bulbs and they have lots of light coming off of them, I don't really worry about not having enough light. So here's section 3. I've still got 2 whole wires left. I gotta be a little bit careful because these are glass. So even though these are LED, they are glass to give them that full, real vintage look and feel, which I absolutely love. So the glass will break. So I have to be careful not to overdo it. I've found them to be sturdy, but that doesn't mean just throw them around. The filaments are stronger than a normal incandescent filament, I believe, so the quality there is better, but they are still glass. So I have broken some. I've dropped them, not inside, but when I'm outside putting them on my house, I have dropped them on the sidewalk, and that has broke. We'll keep putting these on, and then once I get them on, I'll come back at the end and kind of fluff up the tree and move the lights around if they're in spots that I really think need more. Here's our last strand right here. See, we're getting there. Looks good. So far, all the bulbs, yep, all the bulbs are working. So this is a nice tall tree. I've left the Balsam Hill stickers on there. So this is their realistic tree. It's supposed to look more realistic than other fake trees. I just bought a real or a fake tree because buying it once was cheaper than buying a real tree, and then if we're not here around the holiday times, we don't have to worry about it. But a benefit of these LED lights is they are not hot, so they are safer than putting a bunch of C7 bulbs on your tree, which I know people do. I always would get a little uncomfortable if I had to do that just because of the heat, especially if it was a real tree, because the real tree would dry out and start a fire, and we know we don't want that. So I'm coming back around. I've got about 10 more bulbs left to put up here. Like I said, I'll come back and fix it, but right now I'm just putting it on so we can see what it all looks like. And there we go. But this is 100 Tru-Tone bulbs on a tree that is about 7.5 or maybe 8 feet tall. So now that it's on, let's go put our bulbs on our star and we'll put it up on top of the tree. All right, now that the top is on, we're gonna use this lighted star tree top by Tru-Tone. And so let's open it up. This is stainless steel, and there's the connector pieces, and there's some information on the back as the 16-inch twisted pair fabric wire, which is really cool. I have another cord that uses this wire. So the star is 5 inches in diameter without the bulbs, non-polarized plug, so it'll plug in either way, and uses any E12 bulb. They recommend Tru-Tone bulbs. So that's what we're gonna do. It says 5 bulbs are 3 watts. So let's put this together, and we're going to, like I said, use teal. So something a little bit different, and we'll see how it looks. This is the new updated version. It has the rubber around the bottom. It says Tru-Tone right there. I like it. I like the teal. They have a darker teal now, but I do not have that in C7 bulb size. And there we go. So now that we're all set up, let's take this over to the tree and see how it looks. All right, time to put on our star. Just plugged it into the top, and there we go. And you do not stick it in through the top. They made posts about that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to just use this Velcro that they gave us first. Let's see here, we'll put it like right there. It did give us a zip tie. So that's handy that you have it, because or else you just wouldn't have it and you might try to put it on the wrong way. Move that out of the way. There we go. Straighten it up. And there is our Tru-Tone tree right there. So we'll turn our lights off, see how it looks. Well, I'll come through and fix some of the spots that need fixing. But as you can see, it looks good. The star looks good. The color looks good. I don't think I even need to put a dimmer on it. So I'm not gonna do that, but I like the glow that it makes. I don't see a lot of flicker. One thing I really don't like is flicker, and I do not see a lot of flicker. You know, there's a little bit if I maybe move real fast, but this isn't enough to bother me. Some LED lights really bother me when it comes to flicker. So I don't know what speed these are technically turning off and on at. It's good enough for me, and that's one thing that I usually have issues with. I like the teal. Teal is a cool color. I know it's different to put on the star. You know, maybe I'll put some white bulbs up there just to see what it looks like later. But there's my tree, and enjoy decorating your tree. I love to hear what people put on their trees, so let me know. Now we'll let the kids come and decorate it and make it look like chaos, probably. Have a great holiday season.